Welcome to Everything Currency. This is a show where we talk about everything crypto and mo. I'm your host Jay, and today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about these charts. I want to also talk to you guys and give you a bit of a small update on a project that has been doing very well from the low cap gem list. Well, not necessarily a low cap gem, but it was a no cap gem when I find it, and that is the Avalanche token. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about that today, and I also want to talk to you guys about the OMI drop and the OMI chart today. So if you're excited about that, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and hey, leave a comment on anything you want me to make a video about in the description. Some people ask me on how to revoke access or how to disconnect from some projects on their MetaMask on their phone. I will be making that today. Someone asked for an update on cap. I will be making that this week, so just stay tuned and let me know what you guys need from me. So first things first, let's get into the chart of Bitcoin right now. So looking at this price, we can see we tapped out at around 48, tapped at around 48k, and then we came down a little bit for today. So keep in mind, on the weekly we still have a cross that looks like it wants to be pending. Yesterday it actually crossed, but we dipped back today, so kind of uncrossed a little bit, still a little bit early, but that cross looks pretty evident for sure. But going right here on the daily, we can see we had a cross right here on the daily, showing that the price might want to retrace a little bit because we had a bit of a steep rise going on here. Price might want to retrace a little bit, so I can see the price coming down and tapping the top of this resistance right here from before, which is around 42k. Bitcoin might tap there and stay there for a little bit. The lowest I can see it going is around 40k 500, where this white line is. If it starts dipping below back into this white pattern, then oh man, we don't want to see that. But on the daily, it's cool. We can see these things retrace a little bit because we had a lot of bullish days, and even on the weekly we had 4 bullish, very bullish weeks in a row that kind of wiped out a bunch of bad action over here. We even got higher than this long dippy candle, so that's pretty good to see, and this cross is trying to come up right here. Now a little bit more on Bitcoin. This is a chart, shout out to Pintoshi on Twitter. This is a chart where he mapped out the white cough. I believe this is the white cough right here, and it was showing that, hey, we have all these little things that these fools try to plan when they manipulate this market. And I was feeling like, hey, this market is kind of manipulated. These charts ain't really making sense. The bears are going, what the hell, we should have been at 1,000, and the bulls are going, what the hell, we should have been at 1,000,000. So what's going on right here? Well, people are going to make as much money as they can on the way to the top. So this chart is basically showing the same thing that I was just talking about. We might have to come down right here and hit the 42k and then blast off on this whole phase, which to me doesn't seem like anything that would be out of the ordinary. So hey, white cough accumulation, if that's what's going on right now, let's go. I'm ready. Let's see what happens with that. Looking at the total right here, we can see that it's still above the 13 and 34, so that looks good. It's way above this resistance box that was holding us down for the last couple months and making it real ugly, so that looks cool. This is the total 2, by the way. So the total 2, I think we can retrace back down a little bit, maybe drop a little bit below this $1 trillion mark, but this $1 trillion mark is pretty big for the total 2. Let's just hope we can get back to the 1.5. That would be nice looking in our altcoins. We've seen some altcoins have some nice gains over the last couple months. Shout out to everybody who was in Audius. We talked about Audius on this channel. Shout out to everybody who was in that. Looking at the weekly total, looks the same as the last 2 charts, so I won't spend much time on it. Taking a look at the fear and greed index. So right now, people a little bit greedy, people feeling a little bit confident, feeling a little bit greedy. So I think that's why Bitcoin on the daily wants to kind of humble some people a little bit, say calm down, you're not throwing your whole life savings in there, just get a little bit fearful a little bit. But it's crazy how fast this market is changing right now. That's how you know that there's a bunch of retail here. There's a bunch of inexperienced people here who are jumping ships on the drop of a dime. You see one day goes down 2% and the bears are like, ah, and then it goes up 2% and the bulls are like, whoa, what you do, so it's like a kind of lot of back and forth, a lot of inexperience. That's why I'm looking at these charts now, mostly on the daily and the weekly, so I can just get a good feel of what Bitcoin is doing, get a good feel of what this total is doing, and then when I break it down into the lower ones, at least I know what the parents are doing. You get what I'm saying? And that's just how I do things, and it tends to work pretty good. This is not financial advice. If you got a system that works for you, then yeah, utilize that system. So the coin that I want to talk to you guys about today, because a lot of people I know who watch my channel might be holding this coin, and that's Avalanche, doing pretty well. Now, we started talking about this coin a while ago on this channel, a long time ago. The price was around $5, so right now it's at around $22. Now, they got a lot of things going on. I encourage people to check out this token. This is not financial advice, but I'll put a link in the cards to the video that I did on it before, but I'll summarize some of the things that I've been hearing about it and some of the reasons why I like it right here in this video for you. One of the things that I like about this project Avalanche is because they are focusing on tokenizing of real world assets. EVM compatible, can do everything that Ethereum can do faster. Got the bridge to Ethereum, makes it real easy to move things across. Going cross chain, they want to be more cross chain, but getting into real estate and getting into cars, tokenizing of like commercial real estate buildings and things like that actually opens up that market for the rest of the world, where before only millionaires really get into that market, to be honest with you. So having something where they're kind of focusing directly on that as a layer 2 or as another layer blockchain is pretty cool to see. They have Avalanche, which also Ava Labs, which also has a enterprise arm and an enterprise blockchain as well as a public blockchain. So it's pretty interesting. Also, the fees of this are going to be burnt. The reason why we're seeing this increase in price today is because they announced phase 3, which is dynamic fees on Avalanche, which basically going to burn more fees, going to burn 100% of the fees that are used when you pay for fees on the network. But that is going to be rolled out. The update is going to be rolled out on the 24th of this month. So yeah, the news is probably what took the price up today, and that is looking pretty great. Been watching this project for a long time, so I'm happy to see that they're moving, and they're moving in the right direction and doing things that they put their mind to. These are the goals that they had. So tokenization of real world assets, huge, $1 trillion market. That's what all of these altcoins and DeFi are competing for. So Avalanche could be a good contender for that, focusing solely on those things. So check out Avalanche if you want to. This is not financial advice. Next up on my list for the end of the video, let's just look at the price of OMI real quick before we talk about this drop. So before, over here, I was saying, look, is this the bottom for OMI? We had a nice volume. We had the volume spike telling us, hey, that's where a bunch of buyers were. The price was pretty low there, to be honest with you, but we had a nice volume spike. We're still in an uptrend since then. On this daily chart right here, you can see we had a couple bounces off of this right here. Price got up pretty high from there. Now, one of the things that I'm kind of disappointed about, and I'm sure everybody who is into VV, into OMI, is disappointed about, is that there's nothing that we can do with our tokens right now, and people are stuck with things that they don't want from the app. They're stuck with gems. You can't really get your money and move your money around and things like that, like you would want to when you're buying and selling NFTs, or when you're buying and selling coins and stuff like that, when you have so basically, long story short, they need to bring back utility for the OMI token right away, because right now the only thing is a bunch of those are getting burnt. So once utility comes back, I could see this actually bringing the price back up from these low levels, but it needs to happen quick. They need a solution ASAP. Now, I know they're going to immutable. I think they're trying to figure out a way to, now they have wrapped OMI, they have OMI on GoChain, and then they're going to have another wrapped OMI because of immutable OMI. So that's something that they got to figure out, the quickest and easiest way to do that. So all you guys out there who complain to them all the time, kind of shut up and let them work so they can figure some of those things out. Now, going into tomorrow's drop for the Marvel thing. So Marvel has been coming out on OMI. We had the little Mighties, we had the Spider-Man, and then next week I think it's probably the last one for the Marvel months, this Into the Mystery 85, which is the first appearance of Loki. And that's going to be pretty interesting to see, the first appearance of Loki in digital format in these Marvel comics. So I think it's dope that they have like these kind of throwback comics on here and they're coming out in digital format, because there's probably collectors out there who have this. Think about it. They have this comic right here and it's in mint rare condition. They probably have it in a case that they got it, you know, when they got it for 10 cents back in the day, and it's the first edition, is worth money, and they can't touch it, and now they're going to be able to read it finally because it's going to be in digital format. So that's pretty cool to see that that's one of the things that's coming. What I don't like about this drop, though, I'm going to give a little bit of criticism. You already know, I don't like how these things are just kind of like, this one's black and white, this one is black and white, but they made the Marvel comics in color, and this one's in color. Like, it's a comic book, bro. We don't like black and white. I don't know. Maybe do comic book collectors put more weight into black and white comics? I don't know. Either way, I like the blind box style. A lot of people complain about the blind box. I like the fact that you don't know what you're going to get. You just pay the fee, and then if you get a super rare or a secret rare, then hey, good for you. Because if not, there's a bunch of cheaters out there with bots and different setups and all this stuff who just buying up all these secret rares and only targeting the super rares and stuff like that. So I mean, I like the blind box. I like the blind box style. A lot of people don't like it because they just want to go straight for one kind, and I've seen people with the Mighties, you know, I bought 20 Mighties and all I got was commons, and I just thought it was pretty funny. You know, greed. But anyways, yeah, so I'll probably try to get me some. You know, the drop for this is happening on the 19th, the 20th, and the 21st. So I like to see multiple drops as well. I want to see more stuff on the app. I want to see things when I tell people about the app. I want them to be able to go and buy things that are not in inflated price and things like that. So, and digital comics, bringing these digital comics from Marvel onto the platform is just huge. You know what I mean? It's like they're creating a bunch of history right over there at OMI, and yeah, you can say you heard it here first. So let me know what you guys think about the video. Let me know what you guys think. Are we in a bear market? How do you guys feel about Avalanche? Is that a waste of time to go and research that? And what do you guys feel about the OMI drop? Am I wrong? Are the do you like the black and white covers? I'm just not really a big fan of this like mixed. These are two different editions right here. I'm just not really a big fan of that. That's just me personally, but this one is probably pretty dope. I'll probably try to hope I get one of those, depending on which one is the secret rare and whatever. So like and subscribe, turn on post notifications, share the video, leave a comment on anything that you want to talk about. Somebody had hit me in my comment box and said, hey, let's collab. All my comments have been acting stupid, so hit me up on my email. I'm happy to collab with you guys. Yeah, like and subscribe, turn on post notifications. Till next time, peace.